Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Overboard. The original Overboard is kind of a classic in its own sense as this kind of romantic, comedy, fun, Goldie Hawn classic. But really, I found it to be a pretty odd choice to select for a remake. But here we are in the age of remaking any and everything that may have name recognition. But this one is certainly no classic. So, let's go ahead and talk about what it does get right. For the comedic value in the film, I really actually thought the moments with the guys on the construction site were fun. And Eugenio Derbez was also good throughout. He was definitely the star of the show here. He had the most laughs. Of course, he had the most material to work with because he got the most development. And he just worked here. And the camaraderie and the jokes, it all felt so natural when we were on that construction site. And speaking of those guys on the site, it was really nice to have that little injection of multiculturalism put in here. Having the family be from Mexico, and then having a good number of characters in here only speak Spanish was really cool to see. I thought it was very authentic in that aspect. And it was actually really nice to see not only an interracial couple, but a couple that come from two very different cultures and how they come together and collide. And if we're being honest, having the person of color actually come from the privileged background was a little bit nice change of pace as well. And I think there was heart there. There were some nice little moments of heart that did shine through. And I think the music used in here actually was pretty good. Somebody's nephew has a band in the movie, and he wants to be an artist. And I actually thought his music was popping. I was getting down to it in my seat. So the music was good. There was some heart to be had, and some laughs were there. But when we get into the negatives, it just is a run-of-the-mill movie. It's nothing original. It literally brought nothing new to the table outside of some of those cultural aspects. It was beat by beat every romantic comedy we have ever seen. It is beat by beat every one of these type of films that we've ever seen. It really didn't break the mold, at all. And it really didn't bring the laughs. It didn't distract me from the fact that I was watching something so pedestrian, because I would chuckle, and then we would go half an hour before one of those maybe found its way out again. But it wasn't really that funny. And the transformation wasn't really that believable. The whole relationship it didn't work for me. And part of that was Anna Faris, actually, on both the comedy route and the believability on chemistry. She didn't do that great to me. I thought she kind of was phoning it in. I've seen Anna Faris try a whole lot harder, and I've seen her be a whole lot more funny than this as well. And she just didn't sell the love connection. She had a good moment here, a good moment there, but for the most part, it actually seemed like she was phoning it in, which is a shame because Anna Faris isn't in a whole lot to be phoning it in when she does get cast. And for a movie that really just tries to sell the heart and the genuineness and the work and all that kind of jazz, our characters were just not believable or human at all. So it was this weird hokey mix that tried to teach real life lessons that didn't gel with me. The tone wasn't right. It never settled into the type of tone it needed to find. Like the movie pretty much points out itself, the characters were ripped straight out of a telenovela, but the heart of this story was trying to be something much more grounded and much more real, much more sincere. Then there are random moments like this mother sub-story where she's dressing up like a geisha that were just horribly thrown in there. And I mean, it was played as a joke to the family even, but it was really just oh my gosh, what? Really? And there's this air of just machismo throughout this film, just super macho masculine energy through most of it, that it bucks slightly throughout, and especially at the end, but really, I do think it's part of the culture we're looking at, but it also was just like, okay, do we really need to be watching this? So overall, Overboard is harmless. It has no teeth to it. It doesn't really do anything new, but it doesn't provide the laughs. And honestly, with the cast we have here, it felt like a television production. We've seen them remake films like Steel Magnolias for Lifetime. This feels like something that would have been fine for a TV film. But they decided it deserved a theatrical release, thus it's being judged as a Hollywood production. And for a Hollywood production, it is just very basic, very pedestrian, nothing exciting. It doesn't do a whole lot that's horrible, so at least there's that. So if you thought the trailers looked at all charming, give this a rental. Otherwise, you could just skip Overboard and watch the original. So, that is my review of Overboard. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Overboard, or have you already seen it? If you have, let me know your thoughts either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!